Hello, everyone. I am back for the assault rifles. Since the camo challenges have been essentially revealed, I'm still gonna go over them, but I'm also gonna go over some builds that I've done for different weapons as well. Let's kick right into it here with the M4. My M4, I like to keep it for mostly engaged, prolonged battles. And if I'm trying to get those double kills, which I have 45 round mag, a lot of my assault rifles have extended magazines and the capability to push or hold up a zone. The M4 is probably, I would say, if we had to rank them, I would probably rank it the fourth best AR. It's a really good, reliable AR. So let's look at the challenges here. 50 kills with the M4, 50 kills with ADS, 10 double kills, 15 kills from behind. Pretty simple. Then you need 3 kills without dying, 25 long shots, which I'm still doing, and 25 headshots. And then you'll have Orion if you do everything else with all the other weapons. But yeah, the M4 is incredibly reliable. Highly recommend it. Look at this build as a good base point for you, and it should take you far. I like the high tower barrel a lot over some of the other ones, though I would say the next one I'd probably use the 419 or the 11.5 carbine trout. If I'm playing aggressively, I switch up the barrel. Next, we're gonna go to TAC 56. The TAC weapons, as I've said previously, are probably the most versatile weapons in the game. You can make these things anything. I've made this one kind of a hybrid with the SMG barrel, as I like to call it, but with a lot of aiming stability slash range to offset the speed that I've been getting off the TAC short. You can go, you can go big boy, you can go normal. You can take this off and put another underbarrel attachment there to make it more of an SMG if you take the stock off and put on a barrel. So definitely look into the TAC 56, or as I like to call it, the Scar Light, because that's exactly what this thing is. Play around with it. There's a lot of really good options with it. Onto the challenges, pretty easy. 50 kills without dying, or 50 kills with the TAC, 10 double kills, 50 kills while ADS, and then 15 hipfire kills. All insanely easy, and then it's the same challenge run through for these. Now that hardcore's out, it's going to make long shots a little bit easier to do, so do not fret there. Onto the cast off. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this thing in action in multiplayer. This is one of the only ARs I do not have extended mag for. I go incredibly into aggressive with this weapon. I know my mobility isn't as high as it could be. However, even with just the laser is enough to bring up this thing's ADS to be competitive, which is what you really want to do, is have to jump on people and the ability to get back into a gunfight. And the cast-off can do this. So if we're talking about the first couple weapons, right, I would say the TAC is the second best, in my opinion. This is going to be the third best. Tied for third. And coming up, I'll show you what the other one is. Challenges are 50 kills, 20 kills while mounted, 50 kills on ADS, 15 kills from behind. Incredibly easy. And then 3 kills without dying, 25 long shots, 25 headshots. Pretty simple. Lockman 556. Still good AR. I would put it right under the M4, however. It's going right under the M4. You could turn this. I think the Lockman series is also incredibly versatile, but not as versatile as the Scar. But there are plenty of fun options you can mess around with. I like this build personally. I think this thing's irons are beautiful. I think also that you can play this weapon more medium range and somewhat poke into the long and get away with it. Though you still have to be careful on some of your close range engagements. There are things that will just beat this thing. This thing is not at least the way I've built it, it's not a rushes weapon. You want to kind of pick your fights, pick where you're going. And that's just my opinion on this thing. You can turn it into a more aggressive weapon, but I think some of its strengths fall off when you do that. So just bear that in mind when you try to make it more aggressive. So let's see here. 50 kills for the Lockman, 10 double kills, 50 kills while using a suppressor, and 10 hipfire kills. Pretty easy on that front. Let's go to the STB. My top 3 ARs are so neck to neck with each other that you're picking and choosing minor differences between all of them. The STB is a monster. This build right here is what I use in Warzone. The last option, you can either put an optic on or put a stock on. The choice really is yours at the end of the day, but I like to run optic on some occasions, and then sometimes I'll just go stock. It just depends on my mood. Most of these barrels I've liked. I use the 24.4 in Warzone. I use the Turaco however you say that, in multiplayer. Either way, this thing is a beast, highly accurate at range, good in close quarters too if you don't have a good SMG. This thing is really, really good. I highly recommend messing with this thing, getting all of its attachments, and making a really good build for it. It's incredibly solid. 50 kills, 20 kills while mounted, 10 double kills, and 30 kills while crouched. All insanely easy with this weapon. Now the worst assault rifle. They've made some buffs, and I haven't used it since it's gotten its buffs, so I'm gonna try it out. I got this thing platinum before hardcore came out, and it was a nightmare. This thing cannot do anything right. Hopefully with the new buffs, they have made it better, and I will give you an update video on some of these changes to the M16. Probably just upload a full gameplay feature, but if I had to be honest, I couldn't tell you the best way to use the M16. Try to control its recoil, try to make your life easy as possible, because you are going to have a follow-up shot. You are going to have to, unless you get incredibly lucky and the person is weak. Try to maximize this thing's recoil control, try to maximize accuracy. That's the best way I can explain with the M16. It is a nightmare. It is horrible. You've heard the stories. They're all true. 50 kills the M16, 10 double kills, 30 kills while crouched, 21 mounted. The double kill is going to be difficult because, like I said, you can put shots into people, and it's miserable. Good luck to you. Let me know if the M16 got better. The best assault rifle in the game, at least while I was grinding it. I don't know if that's the case now with some of the nerfs. I only use 3 attachments on this thing because you only need 3 attachments with this thing. You don't need barrel for range. It's good enough. I just put the RPK factory stock on there, the True Tac grip, and the 45 round mag, so I can keep dumping. I don't think the cast-off needs any introduction. I think everyone's seen this thing all over multiplayer. I think everyone is well aware of what this thing can do. So definitely build into this. Warzone, I've been seeing people use it in Warzone, so I'm pretty sure it's viable. I just don't think it's as good as the STB, the cast-off, or the TAC, as far as, those medium range gunfights that they occupy. I think they could get beat out by the cast-off. However, you have to build into it, and I don't think this thing at range is immaculate. I just think this thing is really good in multiplayer because of its ability to, on damn near every map, on every map, dominate it. Because you can close corners with it. If someone's fighting you with it, they have to respect you. Otherwise, they're just going to get 2-tapped. That's all it is. Cast-off is incredibly simple. Camo challenges are also simple, too. 50 kills, 15 point blanks, 10 double kills, and 30 kills while crouched. It's way too easy. And then let's go into the final AR. I'm not touching the DLC, the M13. I'm not touching that yet. I'm going to be doing DLC weapons in a later video, so stay tuned for that. The 545 is a consistent weapon. but I would put it above the M16 because you dump. You have to dump bullets. In medium range, it's perfect. In close range, it's bleh. However, far range, it does keep that damage profile through medium range. It's not the best assault rifle, but it's also not the M16. It takes a second to get used to it, but when you get used to it, it starts to pay off for you. And finally, the challenges: 50 kills with the cast off, 10 hip fires, 50 kills while ADS, and 50 kills using a suppressor. All incredibly easy. And that's the assault rifles. Expect SMGs to be out shortly. Peace.